there once was a dog called Sandy. He was as well-behaved a pup as ever there was. But one day, Sandy looked about, saw what a lovely day it was, and he decided to step out and see all the curious sights he had never seen before. He raced down the steps and over the fields. He knew what he wanted to make his first stop, the big farmhouse down the road where all the friendly noises seemed to come from. He went in through the open gate, and there, right in front of him, was a nanny goat and 2 little baby goats. The little goats were so cute and wide awake, Sandy was fascinated. But the old nanny goat didn't look any too friendly, and Sandy decided to move on. There on the other side of the barn was Mother Swan. She was proudly watching over her adopted brood of ducklings, an even dozen of them. They seemed to be thirsty all the time. The little ducks even had their own swimming pool, or maybe we should call it a wading pool. The 4 little piggies were there too. And then Sandy saw something he had never seen before, a mother horse with her brand new baby colt. He stands strong and sturdy for a 2-week-old, doesn't he? The colt wasn't the only new arrival Sandy saw. This little red hen was busy teaching her new brood of chicks their best barnyard manners. Nearby were the farmers' kennels where these Pyrenees mountain dogs were being exercised. In the Pyrenees mountains, these dogs wear heavy spiked collars and are kept to guard the sheep from wolves. Sandy got an idea of their size when he saw this spaniel puppy standing beside one of them. The little fellow didn't seem particularly impressed. Even though they're big, these dogs are very gentle and affectionate. Sandy continued on his adventure, and looking down a hillside, he saw a whole flock of sheep. There didn't seem to be much excitement. Then, all of a sudden, it was lunchtime. Look at that tail go. There's the reason. Little lambs know they too have to eat greens to grow strong and healthy. These animals were fun, but Sandy had many more places to visit, and he was off, each time getting further and further away from home. Coming to another field, Sandy's attention was caught by a strange group of animals. They looked like little horses, but they had such long hair. They were young Shetland ponies. They seemed just as hungry as the baby lambs were. Being such strong little horses, it's hard to train them from their wild and woolly state into a prize winner like this beauty. Hard to believe that a short time back, he looked like this. Which way do you like him best? There was one more place Sandy wanted to go, and he wasn't going to let anything stop him. Even though he saw a sign which said, "Trespassers will be prosecuted," which he knew meant private property, keep off. It was someone's private park. And here were a herd of beautiful deer. Gosh, don't they have slim legs? No wonder they can run so fast. Sandy wandered all around, and he found many interesting animals. These were a strange flock of sheep from South America. They looked different than our sheep. although they are very pretty with their coats of black and white wool. These little fellows look so much alike, it seems as if we are seeing double. Then Sandy's attention was given to a nearby hole. Rabbits! A nest with the baby bunnies almost ready to leave. Sandy had never seen baby rabbits before, and he was so busy watching that he never noticed the keeper approach. When he finally did, he was too scared to get away. He knew he was on private property where he didn't belong. Besides, he shouldn't have been away from home in the first place. Did you ever see such a sad-looking dog as Sandy? He wondered just what they would do to him. Well, they tied him to a stake in the yard, and he thought maybe this wouldn't be so bad after all. Then he wasn't too sure, and that old poodle was still there, keeping guard. Poor Sandy. He was most unhappy, and when he found he couldn't get away, he just gave up and watched. The keeper closed the gate, picked up his gun, and made off with his dog. Sandy was really worried. How was he ever to get home? It was then that he saw the Alsatian police dog. He was a wise old fellow. Obviously, in dog language, he said, "What are you doing in there?" Sandy told him what had happened and said, "Won't you help me?" "All right," said the Alsatian. In a few seconds, he had got that rope right off the stake and was leading Sandy away. He scolded Sandy, too. He said, "Now let this be a lesson to you. Never touch other people's property, and don't ever run away from home again." Let's hope Sandy learned from this experience, and we know he will always remember his friend who rescued him. With a promise to himself to be good, he hurried home. And how happy he was to find his dinner waiting. And a rug laid out in the shade where he could think over the day's many adventures.